We also got clarity on the misconception that Will gave August permission to sleep with his wife.
The only person that could give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
If you go back and review the Red Table talk between Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, many things are obvious, but nothing more so than the visceral emotional pain on the face of Will Smith. You can see that even though they apparently had a non-traditional relationship, something happened where Jada Pinkett stepped on a nerve that she knew was raw for Will Smith. As we continued watching the interview, it was almost as if we were watching the emasculation of one of the biggest stars that Black America had ever known unfold right in front of our eyes.
I'm being called on in my life to love people and to protect people and to be a river to my people.
Of course, we all remember the lead up to a teary-eyed Will Smith accepting his first Oscar.
Now, I know to do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you.
I just wanted to feel good. Mm-hmm. It had been so long since I felt good.
Right. And what I loved, thank you, D, Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
You and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
And then what did you do, Jada?
I want to be a vessel for love.
We're all well aware that the relationship that the two of them have is non-traditional, in that they were allowing extramarital affairs as part of their deal for having an open relationship. Jada never believed in conventional marriage. Jada had family members that had an unconventional relationship, so she grew up in a way that was very different than how I grew up, said Will Smith.
I look like crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams. But love will make you do crazy things.
We ride together,
we die together.
Bad marriage for life.
As the memory of a Will Smith meltdown and ultimate emasculation at the Oscars fades away in the collective memory, we are now confronted with yet another Black male celebrity fighting to save face due to alleged indiscretions from his wife.
The woman I married is a good woman. She the best thing ever happened to me. She's God-fearing, she's loyal, she's faithful, and she's a kind and loving person. I don't care what nobody says. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to do a list of facts. My wife asked me not to do it because she said, Steve, all them haters going to do is flip anything you say and reverse it. Okay, cool. Well, you're doing it anyway. And you out there just lying about my girl. And you got her this, and you tearing away at her character.
Much like what happened with Will Smith, now Steve Harvey finds himself in a position where he now has to address rumors of his wife's indiscretions.
Love will make you do crazy things.
And just like people wondered with Will Smith, is there fire where they're seeing smoke?
And y'all quit talking about she was in my other marriage and ruined it. She didn't. She was nowhere around that. My marriage, I got divorced in 2005. My marriage was over when The Kings of Comedy was out. Y'all ain't know that though, did you? It was over then. It wasn't worth a quarter then.
As we see Steve Harvey backed into a corner, we have to ask, is he trying to justify the situation for us? Or is he trying to justify it to himself?
And May 10th, I lost a TV show. Steve Harvey had no money. Got with Marjorie again, New Year's Eve, met her, talked to her. She was with her kids in Hawaii. We got together in 2006. We had nothing. She didn't marry into no lap of riches.
Steve Harvey continues his story in a way that he desperately wants to believe it. But listen to his emotion, how his voice is on the edge of cracking.
When I asked her to marry me at the end of 2006, and then she said she wanted to get married in 2007, I told her too soon. I got to get some stuff together. She said, what? I said, baby, I ain't really got nothing. I'm trying to build. She said, I'm going to get in there and build with you. We got married in 2007. Do you know what I was doing in 2007? Nothing. I'm telling you, this woman got in the hole and built this with me. She didn't steal nothing. And I'm tired of y'all talking about my girl.
As Steve continues, and you can hear the emotion in his voice, the question you have to ask yourself is, why is he even doing this? If there's nothing to be talked about, if there's nothing wrong, why is he on a radio show justifying what isn't happening and trying to justify the fact that she loves him and not for his money?
Because my girl is one of the best women I've ever met. And why you black ass people out there got these blogs like you just gonna destroy somebody, I don't really know what that's about. But don't worry about it, because it ain't working. Because all we are now, we are a tighter two-handed circle. Thank you for doing that.
As you watch the end, pay attention not to what he's saying, but the fact that he, just like Will Smith, is being totally disheveled for love.
And you're not going to split us up, and we're not going nowhere, and she is none of what you said she is, and she the best chick I know. Now, I'm defending her, and you can feel how you want to feel about that. But that's the God in me. But now let me give you one piece of Steve Harvey. If I see your ass.
The ins and outs of Steve Harvey's bedroom do not concern me. Very much the same way that what Will Smith agrees to do with his wife doesn't concern me either. I really don't care. What I'm interested in is, why is it that love is such a strong, I guess even toxic thing to where it's challenging both of their masculinities to the core? We watched Will Smith try to stick up for his woman by approaching Chris Rock and doing what he did. And now we're seeing Steve Harvey on his own radio show basically puffing out his chest saying, I love that woman. That's a good woman right there. And he has to prove his masculinity by justifying his love. Of course, we all want to believe in love. And the Bible helps us deal with that by having a definition of love being patient and kind and all of the things that we hear from love gurus and dating gurus about what love and marriage is supposed to be. But my question is, why is love supposed to be such a challenge that for the most elite of black men to be humiliated? Better yet, why are people that love them putting these men, these very well accomplished men, in the position to be humiliated in the first place if this is quote unquote love? Whether you're a black man who's choosing to stay at home or if you want to go overseas, one thing that we must address is this idea. How do we define love? How much are you supposed to put up with in the name of love? Because for black men, we have a threshold that is probably higher than most men of almost any other race or category. We go through all kinds of things, and to watch two of the most accomplished black men of our lifetimes basically be put in positions where they're fighting for their honor in the name of love makes me question, is our definition of love wrong? Because if someone loves you, why are they putting you in a position to where you can humiliate yourself? If that's love, then do you need it? Because I'm almost wondering, are we to the point where maybe it's not loving anymore? Maybe it's something under a different name. Because when I look at what's happening with Will Smith and when I look at what's happening with Steve Harvey, if that's love, I'm not too sure I want it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, guys.